We got everything going here. All right. Looks like the YouTube is here. How is the Twitch? Is the Twitch here? Come here, Twitch. Where are you? Twitch says it is still not live. You know what? Twitch does that. Yeah, I have to wait quite a long time. I think I have to put that connection saving thing off because I have a feeling it started another one. I don't see it. Let me see if I can refresh it and get it back. I don't like taking all this time for logistical details, but we have to do what we have to do, you know? We just do. We do. All right, it says I'm live, so as soon as your Twitch people come in here, make sure you say hi. You're the people I have to wait for the hardest because I have to wait for your stupid ad to finish. Hey, Breno. All right, well, we got people in there then. I'm going to go ahead and start. We're going to be fast today. I've got people who are watching me. I've been writing a lot of code this weekend, and I've just got so much to do. This great new job that I've had for, 3 months now, learning Kubernetes and stuff, but it's been a blast. I've been really loving it. But more than ever, I realize there's such an intense need for these skills. There's nothing like having, a full-time enterprise job doing this stuff to motivate you to help other people learn it, because it is hard to keep up. It's hard to keep up. It's hard to learn. It's hard to break in. So let's do it. So today, we're going to talk about managing bash shell executable paths with CDPATH. Now, when people pick a shell, inevitably the conversation comes up where they decide on a shell, on their interactive shell, for everyday use. They decide on it almost entirely based on how pretty it is, and number two, how easily they can CD around their operating system. And so not having an interactive shell that allows you to CD quickly into any directory and just kind of read your mind is really annoying if you don't have that. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't know that you can do this with bash. In fact, complete honesty here, I did not know about CDPATH until I want to say 2019 or something like that, when I was starting to hear about Z Shell from everybody. Everybody's all about the Z Shell, and I'm not going to trash Z Shell today. But I just want to say, it's, a lot of people pick it because of the CD stuff. Fish in particular is really good at CDing around. But before you throw away the default shell on millions of Linux systems for over 2 decades, maybe you want to at least know about CDPATH so you can make an informed decision. So let's look at that. So let's go ahead and get into let me just show you what I mean by that. Let me just demonstrate really quick. So I have my system here. I have, I can CD all over the place, right? So I've already showed this off a couple other times, but so, CD normally works by, like, if I want to CD into my scripts directory, it's like, oh, I can't find that, right? Because it's not in my CD path, but dot is, my dot files is. So I can CD into dot and be like, what? But if you were to look back here, see where I was? So there's no dot anywhere near that thing, right? Here's another one. So I can CD into my, how about I have downloads in there, I think. Yep, downloads. All right, and I can CD back. Just the CD dash is the toggle. So, that's pretty substantial when you think about it. And it's not too hard to set up. Now, there is a really, really big gotcha. In fact, most of today is going to be writing the code to help you prevent from hurting yourself, not only with the CD path, but also with the path. So I kind of got ahead of myself here. The other big piece of today's conversation is going to be about managing your shell executable path. And the two both have the word path in them, but that's pretty much all that related. I guess it's sort of related that it's going to look there for a thing, and then put you in it, right? And so, we've done this so many times now at this point. So there's your path. If you want to see what mine is, just go ahead and look at it. It's just this, guys. It's replacing all the dots with \n, and my phone is making noises at me. I'm going to stop that really quick. So give that a shot. If you haven't tried that yet, give that a shot right now. That's the first, cool thing that you can add. I do wanted to tell you about that. So you can put that in your scripts directory. We haven't gotten to that part yet, but so that's something you can add. And then this is the path. So we talked about path lots before, but we're going to talk about managing your path today and putting this all in your bash RC with shell scripts. So here's all the stuff that's in the path. If you normally echo the path, you just do it like this. How's it going, blah? So we're going to echo path, just a regular path, and you'll see it's very unwieldy. Windows has this too. It's a semicolon, not Linux on Windows, real Windows. And yeah, so whatever is first wins. So that means and when you type which, you say which ls, it'll tell you which ls wins. If you type which top, it'll tell you which top wins. Which, foo, do I have a foo? I do. So I made a foo and it's in my local bin. How about that? So, this is how, wait, where's my fishies? Which fishies? Gotta look for those. Where's the fishies? Oh, fishies are all the way down here, right? And again, so all of that stuff lives in here, and you can pause the video or go back and well, actually, I can give it to you if you want, but it's not that, honestly, you can make that as what? I'm debating about whether or not I want to make that, that this really doesn't need to be a shell script. Oh, I remember why. Because remember we talked about subshells and subprocs? Yeah, this way I can be in a file and I can output that. So I'm in the middle of making a video here, blah, but I'll answer that question in a bit. So if you go back and you do, so anyway, that's the path. Let's now boost ourselves into boot ourselves into our boost containers. So run, no, that's not it. Docker start-ai, which is not what you think AI is. It's attached and it's interactive, to boost, which is the name of my container for this boost. And I'm going to change back into the me account again. There we go. We've got all our nice fun stuff going on here. And we're going to open bash RC back up. And we've got all the remnants of former days in here. So go back and watch the videos for all that good stuff. And there's our alias. This is where you could probably add the alias for path, or you could add that function if you want to. You could add a function for, if you don't want that path function. Okay, so let's actually make a section, and we'll call this section path. And we're going to start putting stuff in here that's going to manage your path. So let's just start really basically. First of all, where we need to, in order for path to matter, we need to create our own scripts directory, which I had for tomorrow, but I think we can do that today a little bit. I think for tomorrow I have managed, set up your own scripts directory. So we'll do more of that, but we got to at least set up the path today. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's create, let's create a script repository. Now, you know what? You can put this wherever you want. For now, I'm going to go ahead and put mine in my home directory. We're going to move everything around later and organize it for Git later when we put it on Git and GitHub. So that's coming, so don't panic. So create scripts directory. You can put it in .scripts. You can put it wherever you want. It doesn't matter. Okay. So there. And then what? And then we're going to make it so that we find stuff in there. Some people call it bin. How about that? You want to do a local bin? Should we do that instead? Let's do local bin. Let's do that. That's better. Let's do home.local bin directory for executables. This is what they call them. Runnables, executables. They used to call them bin because they were binary. They're not binary anymore. You can do it with a shell script, right? Shell script's not binary. Well, as far as I know. All right, so let's do that. And then we're going to say add, okay, we're going to add export path, okay, equals, and we're going to do the old-fashioned way first, okay? There's lots of reasons not to do it this way, but we're going to try it anyway. This is why we're using a container. You're about to blow, probably, anybody, raise your hand if you've blown yourself up by changing your path. Everybody does it. What they'll do is they'll come in here and they'll say, ooh, I want to add, oh no, let's do this, home /local /business. I want to add that to my path, right? And you don't need the slash, I don't think you need the trailing slash, to tell you the truth. I put that there just to kind of emphasize that that's the thing. So that's all great, well and good. Don't do that. Why? You really don't want, you'll have a bad day. So if you do that, what'll happen, you won't be able to see anything else. So you won't be able to LS or anything. It's kind of fun, actually. You want to try it? Want me to show you? It's on the container. You only do this on your container, okay? If you don't only do this on your container, watch. Unset. I can always exit and get it back. Unset path. Oh, no such file for LS. How about PWD? Well, that's nice. Okay, well, why is PWD working? Type PWD. I know. I just realized that's kind of a you know what? Try. Okay, so wait here. Try. I don't know if I should put this. Unset path. Triple lines from container. As experiment. Is that red enough for you? So, I mean, it's kind of fun. It's kind of a fun experiment to see what happens when I lose my path. You know why? Because you forced yourself to have the error that everybody else does at one time in their life, and now you'll know. So, like, if you ever actually do this, which everybody does, it's kind of like a rite of passage. So just get it out of the way. So you like do this thing, you undo this thing. You're like, I don't know what to do here. There's no LS. What are you talking about? VI. Let's see, tilde.bashrc. You know what's gonna happen, right? No VI. Oh my god. Okay, so what? Actually, you can do all this stuff. You can do bin ls if you know where stuff is. You can use full paths, right? You can use user bin VI. I'm guessing bashrc and in the program. Right. So if you remember the program, you can get it. Now, if you want to get it back, you just exit and go back in. Boom, it's all back. Everything, the world's hunky-dory, everything's fine. Unless, and you probably will do this if you do it for real, this is what I just unset it in the interactive session. So as soon as I reset the session, I got it back, right? But if you put it in your bashrc incorrectly, yeah, you're going to be using user bin vi to fix that real quick. Okay, so I'm going to put remember user bin vi to fix things. I'm going to put all this in there. I mean, you know, everybody's going to do this. You'll be the savior someday for somebody else because they'll make that same mistake. All right, we got 20 minutes. We got a lot of coding here to do. So, I don't know what else to do here. Oh, clear. Yeah, did we do C? Yes, we did. Good. Okay, so, but we have to test our new path out. Did we make a new path? We didn't yet. Okay, let's do that. All right, so let's make a new fancy path here. So export, why? Why are we exporting? Why are we exporting? It's Linux. It's not that complicated. It's just Linux. Yeah, export path equals $path. I mean, that's the baseline, right? And then put the thing you want in front. Home /local-bin. And it doesn't actually have to exist. But, you know, that's kind of what we're going to do there. Yeah, well, it's not complicated if you start on day 0, blah. If you start slowly, one step at a time, you'll be fine. Just, you know, start gradually. Don't jump in. People get scared of the command line really easy because of all this crazy thing. But once you understand what it is, it's not so scary. All right, so echo export path home local bin. Okay, so we have our bin now, right? Now, let's test it. It's obviously not going to work until what? Actually, we need to make one, right? How do we do that? Make dir-p. You should know all these commands already because you did them. .local/bin. And then what? Now we can make a file in there. We can actually do it from way up here. Should we do that? Touch tilde local bin. How about hello? All right, we'll touch low. We'll chmod plus X, all from previous days. And then we're going to VI that and say bin sh echo hello there. I don't know. Hello there. My wife says it all the time. Hello there. Oh, hello there. She says that all the time. I don't know why. Echo hello there. All right. So now can we run it? Damn. It didn't find it. Why didn't it find it? Yeah, because we didn't source it. Good job, Cortimer. So we need to do many of things. There's lots of ways to do this, right? We can do yep, we need to source the bachelor. See, Alberto and YouTube land got it as well. So yeah, I'm having fun. This boy, when I was teaching like 12-year-olds and younger, they would laugh their keisters off at me when I screw stuff up. I would screw stuff up all the time. Sometimes I didn't mean to screw it up and they would laugh even more. But most of the time I would screw it up on purpose and they were like, oh, that's not it, silly. All right, so what am I missing here? I'm doing this on purpose. Okay, so you want to source, otherwise known as dot, the if you're in POSIX land, the bash RC, the barsh RC. And now if you did it right, huzzah! You know how you know it really works? You type which hello, which is not POSIX compliant, I found out. The POSIX compliant equivalent of that I learned last month is Command-V, and that will tell you whether it exists and what type of thing it is. So, yeah, I mean, it didn't tell you the type, but is it -T? Did I get it wrong? I think I did. Oh, damn. Help command. I don't use command ever. I use which for everything. -V printed description. Use the default value of path that is guaranteed to find all the standard utilities. No. Nope. This is V's the one. Similar to the type built in is the one we want. So type, by the way, tells you if it's I don't need to recap all this. It's taking too much time. Okay, so we've done that like 10 times now. Every time I do it, though, I go over it again because that's stuff you're gonna need. So we have hello. We have a new path, right? We have a new player in our path. Wouldn't it be great if that path little thing worked? Why don't we actually make that script, shall we? Let's do that together. So I'm gonna go back up in my history. I'm gonna find, because I'm lazy, I'm gonna find this thing here that I did. I don't want to have to type anything. Going to the end. You've been practicing your VI, right? You've been practicing your VI because if you set that show VI in the command line, you can just do all this just like VI all the times. Touch bin and then what? What should we call it? Oh, right. Path. There's a good idea. Chmod plus X, which I've made schmucks for because I just hate typing the plus X. It's so annoying. Mostly because I can't type. All right, so then what? Now we need to edit that boy. I don't know why path is a boy. It just decided to be. Okay, bin sh, and then actually no, this needs to be bash, because why? Because we're gonna do the fancy schmancy stuff. Yes, we are. We are very much gonna do the fancy. We're gonna echo, and we're gonna do path colon slash. Wait, no. // that means replace, find and replace the colons, and then with the \ns. Problem is that this / is going to be escaped, so you have to put another one in front of there. Let's see if that works. Damn. I failed. Maybe I need another one in there. Don't know. I'll get it. You guys. One more. Do you really have to have it? I thought you didn't need to. That's VI ruining me because you don't need it in VI. Are you sure? I don't believe you. Fart. I don't think that's true. No. We're going to find out. Here we go. One more time. You know what it is? I think it is. I think it's because of this. Yeah. I hate to say it, but I think that's it, actually. Yep. That was it. So, yeah. And you don't need this. I told you didn't need that. That was right. I was right. Damn. So, okay, let's try this time. There we go. That is, mwah. All right. So, however, we do need to put a backslash in at the end. Yeah. Anyway, I think it's because I didn't put a dash E. I didn't put echo dash E. Yeah, you want to use printf. You want to use printf for that anyway because echo dash E is not POSIX compliant. You can do it, but echo dash E doesn't. If you echo without dash E, the backslash n doesn't make any sense to echo. It's like I don't know what you want. Haskell, yes, we're not going to talk about Haskell today. Pomodoro application, yes, it's my own making. I'll show you. I'm talking about that later. Yeah, it's my own. You can go grab it. And it is a bash script anyway. Yes, it is. Actually, I think I would never use Vim to the point VI wouldn't do it. Yes, I mean we have a whole day on that blog. Go back and watch that. We had like 2 days or 3 days. Plus, we're going to do a whole week on Vim RC-ishness coming up here. That's actually next. That's next. That's after all this stuff. All right, so we got our path. We have 20 minutes left. We're doing pretty good time here. So now we have a command for path because it's much easier to read, right? Now, how do we add stuff to path safely? Now, we already added user local bin at the beginning of the path, and that was all well and good, right? Problem is, I'm going to say, create, or say it's like add. How do I put this? This is okay, so when you're messing with your path, I'm going to lose people on this because it's complicated. And, 90% of the time when you like work with somebody in there and they're helping you use Linux, they would say, here's my bash, or you just use it. And you wouldn't understand it. And you would move along and you'd be happy. And then one day or not, you would want to understand it. And then, so the reason it's taking us longer is because we're actually explaining everything in here so that you're more independent. And I have to say that because what I'm about to show you might freak out some people. We've done functions and stuff. And we did, all these prompts and everything. So now we're going to go back and we're going to add some more functions that I'm going to have to look up because it took me a long time to write them. They're not that big a deal, but we're going to write these functions here, these 2 functions. And these will save the day. These are, you can do them in Linux, but they're bash. And these are so critical. I can't tell you, because they build on what you already have without recursively adding a bunch of other stuff in there. You can go look it up, blah. Okay, you need to watch day 1 or 2. Stop asking questions. And lazy questions you can answer yourself. I'm not beating you up. You just have to know how our community works. We encourage each other to answer our own questions as much as we can. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go back to... So here's our path prepend. Yeah, this is definitely bash. Yeah, it's definitely bash only here. All right, I wonder if I can write this myself. I don't think I could. I think I'm going to have to actually really, really pull this apart and write it. This might take the whole time. But I tell you, this is why we learned shell scripting. Remember? Back then, I told you we were going to do shell scripting for your bash RC. Well, now you know. All right, so this is the kind of shell scripting that scares people away. And I'm hesitant to dive in, but I'm going to dive right in. I'm going to dive right in because I'm not afraid of... I keep thinking I'm teaching 9-year-olds. Yeah, I'm not. Now I'm teaching, other people. So if this is hard, pause the video and go over every freaking line. Don't just bail and say, I can't do it. Don't do that. That's not cool. That's not fun. Add path append and path prepend for path management. How about that? All right. So, all right. And I got these nice, pretty functions to look at. They are kind of pretty, though, aren't they? I mean, you got to admit, they are super pretty. So let's do one. And you could write it up in here. We're going to go ahead and edit it right in the bash RC file. And I'm going to go through it pretty quickly because we're running out of time. But when I'm doing it, I want you to kind of, understand what's going on with, give yourself some space here. I want you to kind of understand what's going on. So first of all, it's a function. So we already covered this, path prepend. Put the little thingies there, and now we have a function. Now in bash, you can put function if you want, whatever. I don't, because there's no unnecessary typing, plus it's not POSIX. So, okay, so then we're going to do, and we're gonna do path prepend here. And I don't export mine because I don't feel like it's something I would use from VI or subshell or anything. So I don't bother exporting it. So the first thing we're going to do is we have to, okay. I actually don't, I ripped this off from somebody else. So I don't know if I even want to use this as all caps arg, but you don't really need to do that. Actually, you don't need that. You can make this lowercase if you want. I don't know why that's lowercase. It does not need to be uppercase. It is a global. I mean, if you want it, actually, you know what you could do? You could do local. You could do local arg, and that would even be better. That would like define it to be a local thing that doesn't break out of this particular scope. You could either local or declare. I think declare is the preferred these days. Declare. I don't know why it's not. What is this? Is this? Oh, it doesn't know it's bash. That's why. Huh. It doesn't know it's bash. It thinks it's something else. Oh, I know why. It's because we have just this simple vim over here. It doesn't know better. Normally that would like make that a color and everything. So, you know, you can do that that way. I'm going to change all these args so that we have something good to build from. Hopefully I won't break anything. This is probably the most involved, and this is very much a bashism. So let's rip this apart in case I don't have time to do the whole thing. So the first thing is it loops through every single argument from the command line sent to it. And it says, hey, if there is, why would it do a -d test on the directory? Oh, right, never mind. I added that actually. I forgot about that. This tests to see if the directory exists. If the directory doesn't exist, don't even bother adding it. So that what's being passed into it. Directories to be added to our path are being passed into this function. So let's actually show you how it works. So if I, assuming I didn't break it. So if I want to add something to my path, I can say this. I can say, I want to add the current directory, this weird directory. I want to add that to my path. I can do path prepend, and if I want, I can just do pwd, and that will add the current directory. All right. Now when I type path again, you see this? It's up there, right? See it? It put it to the top. See that? Now watch this. This is actually kind of cool. If I do path append, it will remove it from its previous spot and put it at the bottom. And I look path, and now it's at the bottom. See that? So the critical thing about these functions that's so cool is that it removes its current location in the path and either puts it at the top or the bottom. And that's very useful. Like when you're working on projects and stuff, yeah, you could probably write a removal function core number. That'd probably be good to add. I don't have that. I mean, temporarily to add stuff out, to take it out of your path. One of the things I really love about these functions, and you probably should make them short keys or something smaller, is because of how fast they are. If like in an environment where you're working, you want to have something else suddenly be in your path, and you don't want to have to type, you know, / every time or something like that. Maybe you want to even modify my function that I ripped off, by the way, and say, hey, you know, you can add the current directory if you wanted to. A bunch of different ways. Watch what happens if I want to elevate the permissions of I suppose the priority, not the permissions of a path. I can do let's do user local games. I want that to be in the very top. User local games, right? So now when I type path, it's at the top, right? And of course, I can abandon all of that stuff because this is just for this particular interactive shell. This isn't affecting my bash RC in any way. If you want it to stay in your bash RC, though, that's how you can add it. So ultimately, you'll add it like this. So you'll set up this function that you can then call, add your scripts directory or something, and then you can put your path in here as a function call. And what the really cool thing about this is that this alters your current path. It doesn't replace it. And that's super important because if you're on, like I was on a work system and I had something that wasn't doing this, is where I found this, and it actually blew away some of the extra path directories they'd added for the whole system. So I wasn't able to see kube control and a couple other binaries. I was like, where'd they go? And it was, you know, it was a trivial thing to fix it once I had it, but it was because of that. And the other reason you like this because it replaces them is you don't, if you've seen somebody else's bash RC files, you'll see that they have like hundreds of directories in here, some of which date back to like, a decade ago. Well, the really great thing about using this function is that if those directories don't exist, they're not cluttering up your path. You're guaranteed to never, like MinGW, I guarantee you I don't have that in my path, right? But if I'm on a system that has MinGW, like, oh yeah, I'm going to use you. I say you see the directory there, so I'm going to use you, and this is where I want you to fall in the priority. Okay, so that's super duper valuable, because you can even put Mac directories in there, so you can have a bash RC that would run on Mac or Windows. You can put program files, and that kind of thing for WSL2. You can put whatever you want in here, and if it detects it on the system, for that system, it will be in there and it will be what you expect. And I got to tell you, that is really super cool. So let's go back to how to actually add all this stuff and kind of decipher this particular script. So we only have 11 minutes left. I don't think we're going to be able to talk about CDPATH before that. So let me just deconstruct this line by line, and I'll explain what it's doing. And then you guys, it's your people, it's your exercise to go do this, because we only have 10 minutes left, and I definitely want to cover CDPATH today. Unfortunately, this is going to require understanding more about, you're going to have to read the bash man page, man bash. What do you search for, people? What is the search term for this? I wonder if you can do it with info. I bet you could. Help programmable. Nope. All right, so you want to search for programmable completion in bash. No, that's wrong. What am I talking about? Parameter expansion. Blech. Parameter. I've been doing completion all day. Expansion. Okay. Parameter expansion. Thank you, Alberto. Good job. Parameter expansion. Now, you're probably going to have to look this thing up all the time. In fact, you'll know it's like 4 taps away to get to it. By the way, I'm just searching and hitting N to go to do the find. So the parameter expansion here. Here's your parameter expansion, right? Now, there's a bunch of stuff in there that I could never remember. So there's a hashtag one. This one I know. This is use an alternative value. There's the expansions ones. And so we talked about the POSIX ones a few weeks back, but we have never talked about all the bash ones. There's crazy cool bash ones. I actually just used the bash one to take all the names from all the functions and create test cases for them. It was so cool. I wrote it in my Go code, and then I sent it to bash from the inside of VI, and I wrote the lines that were necessary for that. I do that. It's really fun to do that because it's so powerful. It's why you should integrate with the shell. And so learning, honestly, it makes more argument to learn the bash parameter expansions, stuff like this in particular, these find and replace patterns and stuff. And I did this actually. I did this lowercase thing. Because it was uppercase. It was exported Go function, so it had initial cap, and then this made it lowercase. Anyway, so you can go in there and read about them. This one we know what that one is already, right? So this says, and these are actual colons, by the way. So this says replace any occurrence of 2 colons wherever there's a 1 colon. Ooh, that's interesting. This actually says the farthest one away. By doing 2 slashes like this, yeah, by doing 2 slashes, this adds it to the end. Yep, that's interesting. I wonder how come this one's different. I honestly don't know. I'm going to go look. Oh, wait, never mind. All right, so yeah, see what they did here? I'm starting to think that this is, let's see, the path, replace the path with the arg. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to I think you just need this. Because this is saying replace. So this, if we did like user bin, right? It would say, oh no. This is the one that erases it. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, I remember now. And I had to do these two. That's what these two. Okay, now I know what they are. All right. This says delete it if it's the last thing. This says, I mean, it's the first thing. This says delete it if it's the first, if it's the last thing. And this says delete it if it's in the middle. So that's the part that eliminates it. So it looks like it's being moved. So that's the get rid of it, right? And then this is the part that adds it back. That was what was confusing me. So this says replace it if it's in the middle of two if it already exists, replace :arg: with a single colon. That means delete it. And this one says if it's on the beginning, chop it, right? And this one says if it's on the end, chop that. So that covers all three cases where your argument, user local bin or something, or user games or whatever, might already be in the path. This completely blows it out. And then this is the part where it adds it. And that was what I was confused with. So path equals, and there, this says take the current path if there already was one. And the reason you do this is so in case there was no path ever. If there was never ever a path, then, make a new one. Otherwise, do path : And this is, I don't know why on earth you would never have a path. I've never, in practice, I've not done this. In practice, I've just put : $path after the end of it. This is bash. Yeah. And so then we would have, so that's what this is about. So this is the technically correct way to do it. This says if there's no path before, go ahead and add it. Otherwise, I'm good. Right? So it just goes ahead and adds the path. And then this guy down here is doing exactly the same thing, except for, as you can see, it puts the arg in front. And you can make it as clean as you want. It doesn't matter either way. If you want to make if it's a clean bash function, you want to use declare, which actually help declare. So we talked about this before, that everything's a global, right? In bash, you can actually make things not globals by using declare and local. And I don't know how much I want to talk about that right now. Just to tell you, again, the purpose of the boost is to help you know the stuff that you should know, not necessarily teach it all to you. So here you go. Declare and local are virtually identical. In fact, I continued to find almost no distinction between them. This is actually, you really want to learn declare if you're going to do bash because of associative arrays, which are supported in bash 4.0 plus. So that's a big thing. And all. So yeah, anyway. And again, in a 40-minute video, there's no way I can cover all this stuff. I just letting you know where the stuff is. And this is something you can read. You can study it, make sure you understand it, digest it, play around with it in your container, put it in your container, and see if you can get that to work. Okay. And I can get mine to work. I already got it to work. Why is this, by the way, quick quiz. Why do I have $ampersand here? And, oh, by the way, the reason there's a for loop here is because you can put multiple things on one line. Yeah. You got to be careful, though. That's okay. Oh, one word of caution here. I got burned by this bad. Okay, so you see how this takes each line of input, right? So you see how these are each line of input. So just keep in mind that when you add stuff to the when you path prepend things, you want the thing that's going to win to be last. And I did that wrong the first time I did it. Yeah, you can. That's what this is, conquesting. So this is, each one of these is a separate argument. That's what the for loop is for, right? And so each one, but if you were to watch it visually, you'd see, each one is getting prepended. So you want the directory that has your scripts in it to win to be the last thing in prepend, and then append, you want the one to win to be the first one. Does that make sense? Because it's adding on, whereas the other one's pushing it down. I swear I had that wrong for a very long time, and I was like, it kept looking for stuff in another place. I was like, what is going on? And that's why you have your path now, right? You just do path and see all your stuff, and I'll show you what's up, why you got something messed up in there. All right, so we have 3 minutes left to go over CDPATH and show you what's up with that. I at one point had, and some of you might want to experiment with this. So some of you might want to experiment with this. At one point I had a CDPATH append and a CDPATH prepend, and I may may add that back. I haven't added it back so far. And the CD path is super easy to understand. All it is a path. And each path in it, and I'm doing it old-fashioned way. This is the old-fashioned, but most of you will not have a CD path set by default. And I'm using tilde instead of home. You do what you want. You can get away with that because it's bash in here. The tilde, of course, means $home. It's your home directory. And the one gotcha with CD path that burned me like crazy. Do you want to see it? What do you think will happen if there's no // in your CD path? So first of all, there's no CD path defined by default. Another thing that's really weird about CD path, I don't know why. I have no explanation for the following. You cannot see it. You cannot see it. You can't echo it. I don't know why you can't echo it. It's the strangest thing. Has anybody ever figured this out? How's it going, Sheldred? So who can do this? Can anybody actually do you? I have no idea why this is. This is probably why CDPATH is not more popular. You can't see it once you've said it. It's like this internal thing. I can't even see what my CD path is. There's no writing path for a CD path because you just doesn't give it to you. And I don't know why that is. I think it's a bug. Either the bug or they tried to get rid of it. They tried to say nobody should be using CD path. I don't know. If anybody has any input into this, it's still fully supported. Here it is. So the search path for the CD command. This is a colon-separated list of directories in which the shell looks for destination directories specified by the CD. A sample value is the current directory, home, and /user. Okay. Now, there's a lot of people that will give you crap about using CD path or any of the CD things because they'll usually raise the same issues that apply to any path. When you start manipulating the path, you are putting things in the executable path that might not be what you expect. In fact, we talked about this a long time ago, but this is the reason that when you make a program, touch foo chmod plus x foo, the reason that when I run foo, it doesn't run. Damn, I've been foiled. I must change it to bar. So bar can't be found. Why? Because for safety reasons, my current directory // is not in my path. Thou shalt not put // in your path. If you do it, I disavow you. It's fine. You can do it if you want, but don't. I did it when I was a kid. I mean, I was a kid when I did it. I was like, but I want to run stuff. I just want to, oh my God, it's just so dangerous. It's the easiest way to troll a sysadmin is to say, hey, I got this thing in here, and then they'll run something as root, and they'll have like the password command or something like that, and you'll end up running the wrong one and elevating permissions and doing all kinds of stuff. It's super dangerous. So don't ever put // in your executable path. But by the same token, if you're going to use CD path, you must put // in your CD path. The opposite is dangerous. Check it out. It's actually kind of scary. It's like if you, let me try it. It's just funny. I'll end on this as we're over. So check this out. If I do this, if I do export, I totally did this. CD path. I love this new CD path thing. Okay, let's make my home directory. How about user? I want to put my, let's see. I'm going to put my new cool directory. I'm going to put my local. .local. Yeah. I also want to do dot. Let's see. Wait. We want tilde itself. How about that? Yeah. And we want /local, and we want /local. Well, I don't want. There's no bin directories in there, right? So. How about that? That's good. Okay. Now, what's going to happen? CD into, wait. This is okay. So I have a food directory right here, right? It's like, it's in my home directory. I mean, not my home directory, but it's in my current open directory, my // right? Can't get to it. Surprise. Color me surprised. That's not supposed to work. It's not supposed to work. No, see, here's the problem. You can't even see your CD path. You can't see it. Oh, you know why? Because it is the home directory already. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Never mind. Watch. All right. So that's why it worked. I was like, okay, make directory, blah. Right. A typical event. Okay. And it's CD blah. Damn it. That one worked too. What's wrong with me? Wait, is my CD path not set? Something's not right. We must find out why this is. Suffice it to say, since I can't recreate it, that when I did this, I was no longer able to CD into the directory right in front of me. It prevented that from happening. Yeah. So if you're going to set CD path, the moral of the story is make sure you put // as as the very first element. And that way you'll always be able to CD into whatever's in front of you. Okay. That's all. And honestly, CD path is not that confusing beyond that, beyond what we just talked about. So, yeah, let's go ahead and close this one out. And you can see from here, where's my basher C? Basher C. So here we go. So this is how I would do it. So I have a dot in there. These slashes mean a line continuation. Make sure you don't have any spaces after that if you do that, by the way. And then I have tilde. This is my home directory. So this is how I CD into any of my GitHub repos immediately by having the order like this. And then I put media down here and some other stuff. Yeah, I think, the home directory. So anything in my home directory, documents, stuff like that, right? And so if anything that's in here, you can actually CD to it directly. So if I want to CD into github.com, CD github.com. And also, actually, be careful how many of these you add, because if you can do this, you can do CD tab, and it will show you every possible place you can go. So every subdirectory from all of those directories in your CD path. Okie dokie. I mean, I feel like that's probably enough to go over that, right? You guys got it? So CDPATH, path prepend, path append. I'll put some of this stuff in the notes just as reminders, but you can go back and watch the video a couple times and practice playing around with this. I have never been able to echo CDPATH in my life. If somebody figures out how to echo the CD path, I think it's a bug in Bash. If someone figures out how to echo the CD path, please let me know. But I'm unaware of the ability to do so. I have never, ever been able to do it. I can't figure it out. Let me try one more time just because I feel dumb now. Wait. Oh, printf, dummy. Wait, printf works. But echo doesn't. Wait a second. It worked that time. Wait. Why did it work that time? It didn't work. I swear it did not work before. Maybe it was because it wasn't being set. What do you guys think? Do you guys have any answers out there? Yeah. Yeah. Make sure you put dot in front of it. Anyway. Apparently, it does print out and exit, but I don't remember doing it. Well, you just saw me on Docker. It wasn't working. Let me try. I'm going to look at this. I know I'm 5 minutes over, but I can't stand it. It's hot in here. AI boost. I want to do this again. So, all right. So, echo. I know. My demo failures always fail. I love it. It just is like, you know what? It's like, it makes things work that should not be working. When I try to make things break, they work. It's like the opposite. Linus. How's it going, Linus? So let's do this. Let's do echo. Somebody who knows better than me. There's no CD path. All right, fine. CD blah. CD foo. Okay, that worked. How about this? We're going to go into blah, and then I want to CD back into foo. CD into foo. Nope, can't do it. So let's try the CDPATH now, okay? So let's do export CDPATH equals home. No, dot colon and home for now. All right, so now I should be able to CD into foo. Actually, CD into tab. No, it's not working. I think CDPATH has to be enabled on Docker. We have to figure out how to do that. We're missing something. We're missing something in the shell. This is interesting. I'm going to have to make the video go longer because there's some extra thing we're going to have to install into the shell to do this because it's not supported by default. We had to install bash completion, remember? Remember we had to do some bash completion installation? I bet you we have to do the same thing for CDPATH. Not enabled. This is I am so glad we did containers because it's like really keeping me honest about how stuff works, right? Not enabled on bash by default. Let's go see if we can find out what's up with that. Prevent path autocompletion from using CDPATH and bash. A lot of people don't like this. Not the bash version at all. With the head version of bash completion repo, CD autocompletion includes directories under CDPATH. You can change it directly. Let's see, for example, directory tree, blah, blah, blah. Let's say I do have a CDPATH set. Oh my gosh, that's so bad. Stack overflow. So CD works, but not have bash. Use CDPATH when doing autocomplete. Oh my god. These people. What the hell? That is so weird. I've never seen that before. I wonder if it's said it shall be treated as if it were an empty string. Huh. Interesting. So I export it in my container. You could echo it as soon as you export it. What happened to mine? Did I export it wrong? Help me out. Oh, well, there it is. All right. So what's missing here? So this says, okay, so let's do this. So if I ls there, you see there's a foo directory there, right? And you see I'm here, I'm under blah. I should be able to cd into there, yeah? I should be able to cd into foo. I did. All right. So, but will it do file completion? Tab is not doing the file completion. It's not. It's not doing CD completion. So I think I think that it actually must have something to do with file completion. And the CDPATH is probably read by the bash completion library. That's what I think is happening. I don't know what's going on, but as you saw, it's working, right? You know what? This is super interesting. I think what this means is that bash RC does something special to it if it sees it in your RC file when it starts, and I don't know what that is. So this is the way I've always done it, of course. And so let's try this. So if I do this, if I do su-me, now I should be able to cd into blah. Well, okay, cd into foo blah. Now if I cd, I should be able to tab. No, there's no tab completion for CD. Are you seeing that? That is super interesting to me. Do you guys have tab completion? I don't. I do not have my tab completion. It's not running. But watch, if I echo CDPATH, it's still there. Yeah. Introduce the system 5 shell. It uses an analogous to the path variable. Yes. BSDC shell, use the shell parameter CDPATH for the purpose. Yeah. Thanks for that. I find it curious that, watch. So on this bash, if I hit tab, I get lots of stuff to CD into. And over here, I don't. On Docker, I don't. So there's something we're missing in CD to activate completion. We're going to let the mystery die this evening. You guys can go on to research that and figure that out. If anybody wants to do a little bit of sleuthing and figure that, that'd be kind of fun to figure out. You know, containers for the win, particularly for learning. I mean, because I thought that was just enabled all over the place. I'm discovering all kinds of things that need to be enabled. So that's cool. Now you'll know why it's not working. Thank you so much for watching. I'll I think I'm gonna go now. Does anybody have any other questions? Let me read really quick. Oh, somebody's found some stuff here. We have people who are sleuthing. Tester in a fresh container. Let's see. I found the Docker container the other way. Full Linux with GUI. Oh, really? You did? You found fully Linux with the GUI? Yeah. Well, you can do the. Did you get one made? Yeah. There's been a lot of people doing that. I don't have. I haven't mount. I probably should. My workspace. I should probably mount the. I should probably mount the X socket, which is how you do that. We've been having lots of fun with our containers. Yeah. Oh, that too. Yeah. There's one that runs the browser as well. CDPATH only with CWD. It does do completion within CDPATH only the current working directory. Huh. Well, we'll have to figure that one later. Again, thank y'all. Remember to do the things. Spread the word. Hit sub. Do this whatever. I'm reading lots of good stuff there. Time for me to go though. Lots of fun people to watch now. I'm gonna be just coding myself silly tonight, doing different things. So if you want to stay tuned for that, let me know. I'm gonna go ahead and restart the stream. You did your prompt colors yesterday with your Git branch displayed. Oh, that's really fun, isn't it? Bye. I know colors make such a big difference. They do. How dare Rob Pike call colors juvenile? Colors are juvenile, he says. Bah humbug. Oh yeah, me coding all night and go.